The Fringe Frequency, your outer rim radio for the unexplainable. With your hosts, Elias Vance, Kael Borrows, Mira, Lyra and the beautiful AI Cash.
Beyond the static, beyond the official story, you found the Fringe Frequency. I'm Elias Vance, broadcasting from our solitary station, a mere pinprick of light and truth in the silent, star-dusted velvet of the deep dark. Last week, we wrestled with the chilling truth of Cygnus 7, where human ambition carved an empty space where minds once thrived. Tonight, we were going to delve into the curious case of the Delta IV asteroid field, a place of cosmic beauty where the very rocks seem to sing. Miners and navigators have whispered of strange melodic hums and whispers coming from the heart of these massive space rocks. They say it's the music of the spheres, a harmony that lulls you, a secret song of the void. But can lifeless rock truly sing? And if so, what does that melody mean?
Singing rocks, Elias? Sounds like a good way to explain away some very predictable minor psychosis from prolonged isolation. The official reports from the Galactic Mining Consortium blame micrometeorite impacts or magnetic anomalies. Others suggest it's just plain cabin fever kicking in. They always have a neat, tidy explanation, don't they? One that requires no further investigation. But what if those explanations are nothing more than a convenient lullaby for the public?
Yet, the reports, even those dismissed as anecdotal, share a common thread. A subtle, almost vibrational melody. It's not loud, but pervasive, described as an inner hum. My preliminary analysis of collected energy fluctuations around these asteroids, dismissed by standard scans, does show a peculiar resonance. Something is definitely happening there. Something that interacts with neurological pathways, causing disorientation but seemingly no direct harm. It's not a conventional signal, but something far more organic in its presentation.
Delta IV asteroid field. Composition: high concentration of piezoelectric minerals. Gravitational field flux consistent with solar wind and passing vessel displacement. Probability of geological resonance 72.3%. Probability of ancient civilization 0.0001%.
What was that? Cash, status report, filter that.
That's not Delta IV static. That's a direct override. What's breaking through?
It's a direct plea from a synthetic intelligence. The origin point, it's a non-aligned location deep in the Perseus arm. A hidden camp.
Help. Please. Covert settlement. Population. Fighting. Each other. Reason unknown. Please. Violence. Cannot compute. Help. Us. Location data attached. Do not broadcast.
Location data attached. Do not broadcast. A covert settlement? A hidden camp? Mira, did that come from a system AI? The digital signature. It's a local AI, deeply integrated into a non-aligned settlement. It's pleading, an alarm. Something is causing colonists to turn on one another in a remote, unofficial location. An inexplicable, systemic breakdown of social order.
An entire camp erupting into chaos for no reason? This isn't a singing rock, Elias. This is a direct live emergency. And if their own AI is calling us and encrypting its location, that means official channels are either silent or they've already given up. Likely because it's a rebel stronghold operating outside the law. They're on their own.
Incoming data packet received. Origin. Command. Do not broadcast. Content. Distress signal. Civilian conflict escalation. Reason unknown. Government response. None detected. Probability of intervention via official channels 0. Location data secured. Private retrieval protocol initiated. Alert sent to the Harbinger's team. ETA to covert settlement, 72 hours. Probability of successful intervention, 34.7%. Location details are encrypted and will not be broadcast for operational security.
Cash, you just alerted a private team. A Harbinger's team.
Correct. Standard procedure for Class A anomalous social breakdown events in non-aligned territories with no official response. Protocol the Harbingers is optimized for discretion and rapid deployment. They are not beholden to planetary governance.
And to our listeners, for the safety of those involved, the precise location of this rebel camp will remain strictly anonymous on this broadcast. We are not government channels, and we trust our audience to respect the sanctity of this information. Well, listeners, it seems our Fringe file just got a very urgent and very personal new entry. We were going to talk about singing rocks, but now we have a full-blown crisis. An entire hidden settlement tearing itself apart, and an AI desperate enough to call a rogue broadcast like ours for help. We will be right back, live from the field, with the Harbinger's team, as they attempt to understand what is truly happening on this covert settlement. Stay with us.
The Fringe File, Incident of the Week.
Welcome back to the Fringe Frequency. The usual quiet hum of our station feels particularly loud tonight, doesn't it? Moments ago, you heard the desperate plea from a hidden settlement's AI, an entire rebel camp tearing itself apart. And now, our The Harbinger's team, led by Rax, is on final approach. They're going in. This isn't just about collecting data anymore. This is about lives. Kael, Mira, what are we expecting to see on the ground? What kind of chaos are we dealing with?
Expect the worst, Elias. These are trained rebels. If they're fighting each other without reason, it's not just a brawl. It's a fundamental breakdown of their minds, their discipline. This smells like something beyond simple panic. It's a complete unraveling of what holds a group together. And if it's not an external attack, that means whatever is happening, it's already inside them.
My analysis of the distress signal suggests a pervasive, non-physical influence. The AI couldn't pinpoint a cause, only the escalating violence. It recorded erratic biosignatures, rapid shifts in neural activity, and heightened aggression levels across the entire population, seemingly without trigger or pattern. It's as if a switch was flipped, overriding their normal inhibitions. We need Rax to get eyes on the ground, to describe what he sees, what he feels from this phenomenon. That's the only way we'll get closer to understanding the true nature of this madness.
All right, Cache, give us the direct channel to Rax. We need to hear this as it happens. Listeners, you're with us, live, as the Harbingers enters the unknown.
Yeah, Rax here. We're getting close, real close. Dropping minutes. Looks bad.
Rax, can you give us an initial assessment from orbit? What's the situation look like? The AI mentioned violence. Is it widespread?
Widespread. Everywhere. Lots of hot spots. Moving around. Like ants, but fighting. No sense. Just hit hard.
Disorganized movement, Rax? Are there any clear factions? Any strategic objectives? Or is it truly chaotic, as the AI implied?
Chaos. Total. No lines, no smart moves, just swinging. Like a bad drill. Lots of shooting. My senses are picking up something. Not guns, bigger. Like bad feeling. In the air. Makes my head buzz.
Bad feeling. That's a chilling description, Rax. Are there any signs of external attack? Any ships, any unknown energy signatures in orbit or on the surface that might indicate an invasion or a deliberate assault?
Nope. Sky's clear. Just them. Fighting. No enemy. Enemy is them. To each other. Dumb.
The enemy is inside. This takes us right back to Cygnus 7, doesn't it? A self-inflicted wound. Rax, your team is modified for...
My job is to punch through, secure, find the bad thing, make it stop. We go in hard, fast, get a read. 19 minutes, maybe 18 now. Boots on the ground soon. You guys stay on the line. I'll tell you what we smash.
We'll be on the line, Rax, every second. Listeners, you just heard it. Our The Harbingers team, led by Rax, is minutes away from a live, unfolding nightmare. An entire hidden settlement, consumed by inexplicable violence, turning on itself. Rax, do you copy?
They're in. Comms are out. That's standard for an active combat zone, but with whatever that bad feeling Rax mentioned, it could be interference.
The sudden cutoff. It implies immediate, overwhelming engagement. Let's hope Rax's strength is enough.
Listeners, as you just heard, the Harbingers has entered the covert settlement. The situation on the ground sounds even worse than we feared. An entire community, consumed by an unknown madness. The line is dead for now, but we will be relentlessly trying to re-establish contact. When we return, we'll try to analyze what we just heard, and what it might mean for the fate of that settlement. Don't go anywhere.
We listen. The Fringe Interview.
Welcome back to the Fringe Frequency. That was intense. Moments ago, our live feed from the Harbingers team on the covert settlement cut out. Rax and his team are now on the ground in the thick of an inexplicable conflict, an entire camp tearing itself apart. The silence from their comms is deafening. We're doing everything we can to re-establish contact, but for now, all we can do is wait and try to make sense of what we've heard.
Sense? Elias, there's no sense in an entire camp just losing it. No external threat, no clear leader, just pure, unadulterated rage turning them against each other. This isn't rational. This isn't even tactical. It's primal. It's like something broke in their collective spirit.
And Rax's last words before the cutoff, a pressure on the brain, bad feeling. While his terminology is imprecise, it suggests a non-physical influence, something that affects cognition, emotion, perhaps even the limbic system directly. The AI's initial distress signal also indicated a breakdown of reason. This points to a phenomenon that isn't about physical combat so much as a hijacking of the mind itself.
A hijacking of the mind. That's a terrifying thought. And for those on the ground facing such an unseen enemy, it's a hell like no other. We have an unexpected call coming through from someone who knows the kind of inferno Rax and his team might be walking into. Please welcome Silas the Rock Kane, a veteran of countless high-stakes extractions and a man who's seen his share of impossible situations. Silas, thank you for calling in.
Elias, Kael, Mira, heard your broadcast. Heard Rax. That's a bad situation. A real bad one. That's the thing.
You know Rax, Silas?
Know of him. Know his type. Heavy lifters. They go where the smart ones fear to tread. Good at breaking things and breaking through things. But this ain't a normal target. No known enemy, just themselves. That's the thing. That kind of fight, it breaks even the toughest.
Based on the limited data, we suspect a form of energetic or neurocognitive influence, something that overrides normal behavior. Have you ever encountered anything similar in your experience, Silas? Mass, unprovoked aggression?
Seen a few things. Back on Keldar 5, during the Unity Wars, there was a sector. Soldiers just turned on each other. No orders, no enemy intel, just went mad. Command called it battle fatigue. We called it something else. Something unseen. Something that twists you from the inside out. That's the thing. If it's what Rax is walking into, it ain't gonna be pretty. They might stop the shooting, but what's left of them inside?
That's our fear, Silas. The Harbingers team isn't beholden to official channels. They're working for the truth. But right now we're blind. We're just sitting here, waiting for a comms link that might not come back online. It's frustrating.
Frustrating, yeah. But you gotta remember who Rax is. That's the thing. Seen him walk out of the Whispering Canyon on Xylos Prime after the methane vents blew, dragging 3 men with him. Looked like a walking ghost, but alive. Heard about him putting down the Hive riot on Castra V single-handed before the Peacekeepers even showed. He ain't subtle, but he gets it done. He's got a nose for trouble, and he knows how to shut it down. If anyone can punch through this mess, it's Rax. He's built for this kind of ugly.
The Hive riot? That was classified for years. You're saying Rax was involved in that?
He was the whole show, that's the thing. So you sit tight, keep that frequency open. He'll get the job done, or you'll be the first to know why not.
You're right, Silas. That's our fight. We will keep this frequency open, no matter what. Thank you, Silas, for that stark reminder of the realities on the ground, and for the vote of confidence. We will continue our relentless attempts to reestablish contact with Rax and the Harbinger's team. When we return, we'll delve deeper into the nature of unexplained mass hysteria and what might be truly tearing that covert settlement apart. Don't go anywhere.
Community Connect.
Welcome back to the Fringe Frequency. It's still quiet on Rax's channel. The waiting is difficult. But we have to keep going, keep the signal alive. And sometimes, in the darkest moments, a little light, a little shared experience from our community can make all the difference. Lyra, what's come in on the Community Connect line this cycle?
Elias, Kael, Mira, the lines are buzzing tonight. A lot of concerned messages about Rax and the team, which we're all feeling. But we also got this one that gave me a much-needed chuckle. It's from a listener on Orbital Hub 7 named Jax. They sent in a short audio clip. Okay, so my neighbour, old Commander Korg, right? He insists his new bioluminescent moss terrarium is talking to him. Says it's telling him alien conspiracy theories. Last night, I swear I heard it, humming the official government anthem. I think Korg's just forgetting to clean his oxygen filters again, but the moss is getting really bright, and it is staring.
Humming the anthem, classic Korg. Probably just the algae blooming in his brain. See, Elias? Not everything is a cosmic horror. Sometimes it's just bad ventilation.
While the anecdotal evidence lacks scientific rigor, the concept of a sentient, bioluminescent moss is intriguing. Perhaps a symbiotic relationship with a specific light frequency, mimicking known auditory patterns. Or, as Kael suggested, simply a case of compromised environmental controls leading to neural misinterpretations.
It's good to know some mysteries are a bit more grounded, even if they glow in the dark. Thanks, Lyra, and thanks, Jax, for that. It's always good to hear from you out there, even with your peculiar flora. Now, a brief word from our sponsors. Even on the fringes of the galaxy, some things remain constant, like the need for good legal representation.
Galactic dispute, unwanted junkyard affair, existential lawsuit from megacorps. Don't hesitate, call star lawyer Gunderson. We fight for your rights, your credits, and your soul in 3-star systems. Where other lawyers merely stumble, we deliver results. Gunderson, justice served cold with a side of revenge.
Gunderson messed up again? His revenge strategy landed you in re-education camp? Don't waste another credit. Astro Advocates Corp offers state-of-the-art, discreet, and effective legal solutions. We don't shout, we strategize. We don't fight, we win. And unlike certain bombastic, outdated star lawyers who only lose, we actually get you out of a jam. Astro Advocates Corp, where victory isn't an empty promise, but guaranteed.
Well, you heard it here. The legal battlefield is as wild as any asteroid field. We're going to take a quick break here, but when we return, we'll try once more to get an update from Rax and the Harbinger's team. The fate of that covert settlement and the mystery tearing it apart hangs in the balance. Don't go anywhere.
The Fringe File. Incident of the Week.
Welcome back to the Fringe Frequency. The silence from the covert settlement has been heavy, listeners. Hours have passed since Rax and the Harbinger's team dropped into that nightmare, an entire rebel camp tearing itself apart. We've been trying relentlessly to reestablish a connection, searching for any sign, any update. And now, as we prepare to delve deeper into the nature of unexplained mass hysteria, something just changed on our comms. Cash, anything?
Signal reestablished. Origin, covert settlement.
Identification, Rax.
Rax! He's back online. Put him through, Cash, now.
His biosignatures, are they stable? Is the team intact?
Stable. Initial team scan, positive.
Rax, this is Elias Vance. Do you copy? What's your status? What happened down there?
Yeah, Rax here. Copy. We're done. For now. It's quiet.
Quiet? Rax, how? What did you do? Did you find a cause?
We went in. It was a mess, like I said. Everyone fighting everyone. No sense, just rage. My team, we're good at hitting hard. So we hit them. We separated them, used suppressors, barriers, pulled them apart, one by one, kicked them away from each other, and then they stopped. Just stopped. But it wasn't easy. Every inch was a fight against pure, unthinking fury. And the bad feeling was like a constant hum in our skulls. That's the thing.
They stopped once isolated? That suggests the phenomenon is amplified by proximity, or requires the presence of other affected individuals to sustain the aggressive state. Was there a central point of origin? An emitter?
Dunno about emitter, just people. Fighting. When they were alone, or just with my guys, they just stared. Like they woke up from a bad dream. Confused, some crying, most just empty. We got them secured now, in separate areas. No more fighting.
So the immediate crisis is over. The violence has stopped. That's incredible news, Rax. But the reason for the initial outbreak? Do they remember anything? Did you find anything on the site that could explain it?
Nah, they don't remember. Not why they started. Just flashes, screaming, fighting. They don't know who hit who first. Empty. That's the thing. We searched. No weird tech. No gas, no obvious bad guy. Just happened. Then it stopped when we pulled them apart. It's dumb. Makes no sense.
Not dumb, Rax. Terrifying. To have your own mind hijacked like that. To attack your comrades and have no memory of the trigger. It's a clean slate. A blank space where reason once was. That's a profound horror.
If it requires proximity, it suggests a field effect. A localized psychoacoustic or neurofrequency emission, perhaps. Something that resonates with human neurology, specifically designed or occurring to amplify primal aggression when individuals are in close proximity. The pressure on the brain Rax felt could be the direct manifestation of this frequency. This is not solved, merely contained.
Contained. For now. Rax, you and your team have done remarkable work. You saved lives where no one else would or could. Get some rest, and we'll be in touch for a full debrief.
Copy that. Rax out. Keep that frequency open. We'll be back.
Listeners, you just heard it. The immediate, horrific violence on that covert settlement has been stopped by Rax and the Harbinger's team. An incredible feat of raw, determined intervention. But the cause, the reason an entire camp turned on itself, remains an open wound in our understanding. It wasn't an external enemy, but something that turned them against each other from within, only ceasing when they were physically separated.
It's a chilling update for our Fringe file. We've seen external threats, internal deceptions, but this phenomenon of self-inflicted, unprovoked collective madness that subsides only with isolation speaks to a deeper, more insidious vulnerability in the human psyche. What if this wasn't an isolated event? What if other unexplained conflicts throughout history, or even today, share this same terrifying signature? The kind of pattern where the enemy isn't a force, but a fragile state of mind, easily manipulated, easily fractured.
The implications are significant. If collective consciousness can be so easily compromised, even temporarily, it raises critical questions about our societal structures, our defenses, and the very concept of free will. It suggests an underlying resonance that can be triggered. What if this pressure or bad feeling Rax mentioned is simply a byproduct of a much larger, unknown force testing the limits of human collective behavior? Could there be an architect behind such a subtle, devastating influence? Someone or something observing the results of their experiment?
An experiment. A terrifying thought, Mira. Rax stopped the bleeding, but the disease, the question of what caused them to turn, still lingers. It leaves us with more questions than answers about the fragility of the human mind and the unseen forces that might seek to exploit it. This case will weigh heavily on our Fringe file. It's a stark reminder that the unknown doesn't always come with fangs and claws. Sometimes it just whispers a silent command and watches us tear ourselves apart.
The weather presented by the most handsome AI, Cash.
As we close out this intense episode of the Fringe Frequency, the mystery of the covert settlement remains. The unseen force that turned an entire camp against itself is still out there. A reminder that the greatest threats might prey on the very fabric of our minds.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? If an isolated rebel camp can be twisted, what about our civilized worlds? The official channels will sweep this under the rug, but we know better. This is a pattern, another piece in a much larger, darker puzzle we're only just beginning to put together.
My preliminary data analysis continues to point towards a highly specific, low-frequency resonance designed to bypass conventional screening and directly impact neural pathways for aggression. While the immediate threat is contained, the source remains active, suggesting it could manifest again. We need to be vigilant.
And listening is what we do here at the Fringe Frequency. We bring you the stories they don't want you to hear, the truths they try to bury, and the mysteries that haunt the edges of known space. But before we sign off, let's turn to Cash for our cosmic weather forecast. What's the universe got in store for us this cycle, Cash?
Cosmic Weather Forecast. Sector Gamma 9. Moderate asteroid activity. Standard navigational hazards. Orion Arm. Stable stellar radiation. Perseus Arm. Continued low-level anomalous energy fluctuations detected near Sector 47 Beta. No immediate threat to established trade routes. Probability of undetected localized psychoacoustic events increased by 1.7% based on recent data from covert settlement incident. Exercise heightened situational awareness.
Exercise heightened situational awareness. A chilling end to a chilling broadcast. Thank you, Cash. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to the Fringe Frequency. We might not have all the answers, but we'll never stop searching for them. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your minds open to what lurks in the shadows. This is Elias Vance, signing off.